Hey, it's Nooch, and today on November 12th, we got the questions, the developer questions and answers that were coming on November 6th. So it's 6 days later, whatever. One thing is clear from these answers, and that this team is completely new, that Gameloft has completely taken the old team out and replaced it with an entirely new team, and from what we've heard before, a smaller team. And what is also clear from these questions, you're going to see it. We're going to go through each one. There's about 13 or 14. This is a brand new team that is getting to know the game. They're learning the game. Think of where you were at 3 weeks into the game. Think of where NOOCH was. We've got videos out there. Think of where you were at 3 weeks into the game and you didn't really know what was going on. You're starting to understand things. That's where our developers are. Now, they are looking at the game all day, every day, so it's a little bit different. But let's go ahead and get into the questions. It looks like this is a team that they're just saying they just took over. So number one, is the game doing well or not so much, or is it closing? They say the game is doing well and they're creating new content and rebuilding. Okay. What was the transition like? What is the purpose of changing the team? So there's a lot of information here. First off, that they're a Gameloft team based in Ukraine. Second, they have the experience of working with Spider-Man Unlimited, which is a console game like PlayStation 4, Gangstar New Orleans, World at Arms, City Mania, Iron Blade, and Asphalt Extreme. NOOCH did a little quick research on those. Those are all mobile games. Those last four there are mobile games that have been released in the last 6 or 7 years. They've all got over 10 million downloads. It doesn't appear that they're completely dead, but there wasn't able to find a lot of content online. And it doesn't look like these are super active games at the moment. It appears like maybe they were more active a few years ago. When you do YouTube searches, a lot of the videos you find are 1 to 4 years old on all these games. So I don't know what that tells you. It's just there. Okay. So the previous team was in Toronto, and they moved to a different project. The transition of the project from one team to another is a huge and complex process. You have to take into blah, 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 blah. Okay, so it's a complete change by Gameloft. They changed the entire game from one team to another, and it's a giant undertaking for this new team. NOOCH doesn't disagree. I mean, it has to be. It has to be a giant, massive project for a new team to understand what's going on with the game and try and do it as quickly as possible and give the community things to do while they're doing that. So what changes are they thinking of? As for now, we're looking into more general improvements, so-called quality of life improvements. I gotta be honest, NOOCH doesn't get this one. Quality of life usually means we're gonna take a game mode and make it easier or shorter to play. There's not a lot to do in this game. I mean, Brickspedition is and Arena are the only two challenges you have. I guess they could make Brickspedition a shorter game mode, but if they don't replace it with something really interesting and challenging, then they've taken away pretty much the only challenging game mode. So I don't know what quality of life stuff that now quality of life is a general term. It could mean a lot of things. So I guess we'll wait and see on that. Right now in the game, I mean, you log in several times a day and you just loot. You loot about 20 times, which takes you about 3 minutes, and then you maybe collect your stuff, open a bag, play an arena game, and you get out. I mean, I don't know there's a lot of quality of life to build into the game. So they do say that, the community wants more of a challenge. They're searching for ways to deliver more of a challenge. They'll start slowly with the challenge because we don't like it when they put out a challenge and it's all dodge. So they got the feedback on dodge in Brickspedition. We saw that. They're going to be experimenting away with experience in upcoming events. So they're going to be looking at synergies. Okay, all of that is pretty broad. I mean, really, really broad. That's like we're looking at the whole game. Again, they're just learning the game. How long do you expect updates to take? Well, the frequency updates are going to slow down for a certain period of time. Well, we've noticed that. I mean, right now we're just replaying stuff, and we kind of expected that this month was going to be a water IP, and apparently, well, we'll see in a bit, but that appears to be gone. When do we get to know what the new IP is? There you go. It's hard to say when we're in the process of transition, but as soon as everything settles down, they're going to be looking very closely in that direction. Well, okay, so they've got the list of IPs we'd like to see, so I guess the water IP is gone. I guess that's not happening. That was completely scrapped, it sounds like. We add any new campaigns? Well, now they're going to concentrate on events. So what does events mean? Not 100% sure, but maybe they'll have more master events. Master events were actually pretty fun. The Ghost event, Master Woo, those are challenging, fun events. That would be fun to do more often, to have master events that come around, a lot more often actually. Maybe more events like brick paces or maybe upping the pace of Ghostbuster tiles. That'd be nice. So we'll see. What does events mean? We don't know exactly sure, but we'll find out. What are the principal goals in the short term for the new team? To have a smooth transition, learn the project, and make sure everyone's enjoying their time playing the game. Again, really broad, really vague, and I don't blame them because they can't give specific answers. We add more levels of free training node, and they said we see free training nodes as one of the least popular challenges. Yeah, nobody's playing it. And not sure if anybody would play it if it was revamped, but you'd have to get a serious, rework to get people to play it. NOOCH kind of agrees. I mean, people have asked about free challenge or the free training. Even if they put in the ability to put your own teams in, people would spend more time in there, but maybe not a ton of time. Will you keep on sharing the time quest calendar? Sure, they're going to keep sharing the calendar. The graphics of showing what's coming up in the game next month. Will you add to guild chat or messaging? We're not planning to add this in the feature. So clearly we're not going to get the ability to have our own names. We're not going to be able to chat or message in the game. We're just going to have to do it outside of the game. It's never going to be built into this game because LEGO doesn't want it, I guess. Raids when? Will they require 7-star characters? Will raids be space only? As you know, raids are still in development. It's the biggest feature you're waiting for. We believe it's a cool thing, but due to the transition process, we're learning everything. Once we're finished, we'll be able to tell you our plans. That's a nothing burger, and again, the raids are the one thing everybody was most excited for, and now we don't know. We don't know anything. We don't even know what we don't know. There are no known unknowns. We don't know what we don't know about raids. Ugh. Do you plan to improve guild function? Well, we think guilds has a big improvement potential. Well, that's good. Not only general touches, but even new features or modes in the future to provide bigger value for the future. Well, there you go. That's a great idea. Give us the ability to do a lot of things in guilds. Give us, tasks we can do together, events we can do together, game modes we can do together as a guild. That's a really good thing to hear. Hopefully they can capitalize on that. But again, it doesn't sound like anything's going to be anytime soon. The monthly booster pass is going to stay the same price and stay in place. York will be in events in the shop. I don't know why they picked that question. When will York be farmable? I don't know why they picked York to focus in on. Currently, people are almost locked into going pirates. Will you fix it? They don't have a solution for pirates at the moment. And honestly, every game has that. Every game has that starter team that you begin with, that you need to get going, that you start the game with. You play the first couple months with that team. I'm not sure that's a feature of the game that needs to be changed. Now, maybe you can give people more access to other teams quickly, like Ninjago are the number one arena team, but what are you going to do for new players? You can't have new players focused on 7 teams because then they're not going to get one team put together. Then they won't enjoy the game, and 2 months later they quit because they don't have any teams put together. Do you have plans to improve the arena experience? Yes, we have, but nothing too specific yet. Then why answer it? I don't know. I don't even know what that means. They actually improved arena here recently with the local paths, so not sure what that is. And 18, do you plan to continue the support of the content creator program? The answer is yes, but it's not on their radar, and they don't know how it works, and they're learning the game. So who knows with content creator program, what's going to happen with that in the future. It was a big old announcement by the previous team, and then not much happened with it, and now it's going to be stalled again. So basically the answer to all these questions is it's a brand new team running the game. They're learning the game. They don't really know it, and it's going to be some amount of time before they can tell us what's going on with the game and what new modes and events or guild things or anything that's going to come out. So you have to have some patience with the game right now. We'll keep the content coming out. We got a few ideas to bring to you, but there's not going to be any major game time content probably released in the near future for LEGO Legacy Heroes. So just keep trucking along, build your collection, and wait for those new game modes to come out. And when they do, you'll be ready to play them. That's all we got. NOOCH too good.